Good morning. Hello. Welcome in. Make sure to say hello. I'm Teresa with Teresa Rene Art. I hope you guys are doing great. Good morning. Good morning, Sue. Hello. I am streaming to 4 different places this morning. I'm streaming on my Facebook page, which is Teresa Rene Art, my YouTube page, which is also Teresa Rene Art, and the Royal Court YouTube and Facebook channels as well. So if you see me responding to comments that you don't see on your screen, it could be I'm responding to somebody who's watching in a different place. Good morning. Good morning. Make sure to say hello. Let me know you're here. And if you are watching on replay, make sure to type in hashtag replay so we know that you joined us today. Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, good week, everybody. Let me know how your week was. Hopefully you had a pretty good week. As many of you know, I was in New York until Wednesday. Hello, Tina. If you did not catch the announcement over on Decoupage Queen Facebook page, be sure to head over there and watch that. I also shared it to my page. So yeah, big news, big exciting times, you guys. I feel very honored and blessed. Hello, Sue. And we can talk about that a little bit more when some more friends come on. But today we're going to work on we're going to continue working on the project we did last week, which we started this shabby chic lavender picture. I did get the molds glued on offline. I did that. So we're ready to work on and complete this project. Also, I am going to be live again today, twice today. I'm going to be live at 3 p.m. over on the Decoupage Queen Creative Hour. So please join me there. I can't wait to spend 2 hours with you guys today. That's amazing. All right, y'all. I'm going to turn my camera down and let's get started. I have a busy day today besides being on Creative Hour again. Hey, Debbie, thanks for joining. Besides being on Creative Hour again today at 3, I am also going to be hosting my girls' volleyball team tonight. They're going to be all coming over here for a little summer get-together before volleyball season starts in August. So this year I'm the team mom. Woohoo, I'm excited. Anyway, that should be a lot of fun, but I have a lot to do to get ready for that. So I'm going to try to, in other words, I'm just going to try to keep it at an hour today because I have a lot of other stuff going on today. All right. So let me show you what I did. I did glue these molds on. And if you didn't catch, everything up until this point, last week we prepared the surface. We put some structure plaster on here along with a little bit of cracking paste. Hey, Mara, thank you for being here. A little bit of cracking paste. And then I did do the molds. I glued the molds on separately last week after we dropped off. But the first thing I'm going to do here, you guys, is I'm actually going to give this guy, now that the molds are on and everything's dry and settled, I'm actually going to give this a coat of acrylic primer, just to kind of give everything a good base before I start painting it and adding a ton of other like antiquing gels and stuff to it. So I'm just going to do a coat of this here acrylic primer. So if I can get it, I have formed a little protective film here over the top, you guys. My products, like I I always say, like, do as I say, not as I do, because I I don't put the plastic wrap. I guess I will probably have to start being a little bit more careful with my stuff, because I've always been able to just run down to the shop and go get more if I'm dried out or something. But now I don't have that luxury. So if I'm on a live or something, or if I'm planning a project and I don't have it, I'm a little bit SOL, because I'm going to have to wait for it to ship from New York now. So you guys, did y'all let me know if you caught the live on, I can't remember what day it was. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday, about the big changes at Decoupage Queen. Let me know if you need me to fill you in. I think most of you here, from what I can see, I think most of y'all know each other. And then I was gonna, you guys are my peeps. Y'all are with me every Saturday. I was gonna let y'all, just kind of like, let's chat about that. If you want to ask me any questions, feel free to ask me. Uh-oh, the draw. I know. It's like, now I don't have that luxury anymore. But David did promise me that I could get whatever I wanted whenever I wanted it, which was one of my main conditions, you guys. I'm like, well, I can't be without my products. So just, like, I need the insider hookup. So he did promise me that I would be able to get my stuff. And I am staying on, you guys, the Pentart creative team as well. So I'll still be live there every once in a while. In fact, I will be live there again this week on Thursday. We're going to be doing a shabby chic book stack. And what you're seeing right now. So I'm trying to create little things. You guys know I've been doing some still life paintings. And I'm trying to create some little things that I can put in my still life paintings that would be super interesting to capture and paint. So what you may be able to guess, like, what one of the still life paintings I'm going to be working on is. It's a little bit of, you guys know I love lavender, so I am going to be working on a lavender themed still life. So I'm going to be creating something on Thursday over on the Pentart page that will tie in nicely with that theme as well. And if basically what I'm making now for myself are props for my paintings. Because, like, how original does that get? Like, if you, not only painted the thing, but made some of the things that are in the painting itself. So anyway, that's kind of where my brain is going, is like, oh, I have some skills here. I don't have to just go, like, randomly put things together. I can actually be thoughtful about the stuff that I include in my paintings now. So you guys get to watch me kind of make that, and then hopefully eventually you'll be able to see them again when they show up in one of my original artworks. All right, so let's dry this. I did coat that whole thing. I just put a coat of acrylic primer on it and white, which is just kind of helping to seal the molds in place and then giving me another surface that I can now paint on. Exactly, Sue. Exactly. So do we have anybody say they didn't catch what was happening? So I do want to talk a little bit about, for y'all, for my loyal peeps, I do want to talk a little bit about this because it may have come as a bit of a surprise to some of you. My retailers have known for some time, so y'all weren't surprised. But basically, I'm kind of at a point I was kind of at a point where the day-to-day business of managing all the things to do with the business were just killing my creativity. Many of you all know that I've been really pursuing oil painting lately, which is a time-consuming endeavor. When I started, so let me back up for a minute. Before I had kids, before I was even married, I did oil painting. I took classes for about 4 years. And it was a very slow journey. I just spent time. I went to class every week, toted my little oil painting kit every week. And I just really enjoyed doing that. So fast forward to life, and once I got married and had kids, I knew I wanted to be creative, but I just didn't have time. I didn't have the time that I needed for oil painting anymore. So I kept everything and I put it in a drawer. And oil paints don't go bad ever. So like you could leave them for 100 years and they're still good. And so I just kept everything, and I was like, someday I'm going to return to this. So in the meantime, I discovered decoupage, and I thought, well, this is such a fun way for me to kind of get, I guess you could say, instant gratification, where I can use, I've always gravitated to like old world, old masters paintings on my artworks, and just, that same sort of vibe. So it's like I can create something that gives me that same feeling in a fraction of the time. Well, little did I know when I started that hobby, it was going to turn into a full-blown business. I had no idea when I started decoupage how that was going to transpire, but being the type of person that I am, I tend to go all in. I go all in, and no holds barred. No one can stop me. So the thing turned into the business known as Decoupage Queen, which also included being the USA distributor for Pentart products, which I love and still love. But over time, the demands of the business were just killing my creativity, not to mention the amount of time that I had available for painting. And I have a lot of goals when it comes to painting, but really my main goal is to enjoy myself and to enjoy the journey. And I can do that a lot better without the day-to-day pressures of running a business. So it was time for me to let that go. I really prayed a lot. I'm still praying a lot. And it's just interesting when you turn things over to God and you just say, look, I'm a vessel. Just show me whatever that path is, just show it to me. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. And just one by one, those things started falling into place. And I really think it worked out exactly the way it was supposed to. Once we sort of had the plan together, things just really aligned, fell into place, you guys. And I'm so thankful for David and Megan, and also the support of our retailers. You guys, we do have a few retailers on today who I would not be anywhere close to where I'm at without their support along the way. And David and Megan are really looking forward to their continued support. So if you are one of the Royal Court retailers, please, please, please share your links below. You guys, none of this would have been possible without them and their support along the way. And I just treasure those relationships so much that I made with our retailers, with our content creators, with Terry and Avetta and Nancy, and all of you. I mean, so like I said, I'm not going anywhere, but it's just going to look a little bit different. And I am trying my best. I told David, like, I turned over the Decoupage Queen email account this past week. And I told him, I said, I am like literally handing you my baby. I am giving my baby up for it. Like I feel like I'm giving my baby up for adoption. And he assured me that it was in good hands, which I know that it is. So anyway, it's been, it's been just such an amazing journey all the way through. Even the past few months and days have been just incredible. Kind of seeing, our sometimes our plans are different from what God has in store for us. And, so it's been really, really amazing. Yes. Genji, they are like, just, I love his ideas. I love the way he thinks. Megan is, she's been in customer support for a long time, and like, she's just absolutely passionate about helping women, and supporting small business. And then of course, the situation with where they're located, like they're literally right next door to Lynn from L&J Goods, who has an amazing amount of product knowledge. So she is going to be an amazing support for them too. So anyway, that's kind of what the situation is in a nutshell. It might have been a shock to some people who were watching, but this has been going on for, I'm not emotional anymore because this has been going on for behind the scenes for a while. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, and I'm still going to be here. Nobody can get rid of me. I still love creating. I'm still going to be around. It's just going to look a little bit different. I am not checking any Decoupage Queen emails, or, I'm still in the retailers group, but I'm not going to jump in unless they ask me to, so they got to kind of, they're now, we're doing a weekly training session, and they are now kind of fully owning it. So just tell me what you need and I'm here. And that's how I have to do it. Cause if I try to, I can be a little bit of a micro manager. All right. So I'm just painting, I'm painting some green in here, cause I do feel like it's going to need, we're going to have purple, but it is also going to need a little bit of green. And when you look at lavender, you see it's not just straight purple. You see the green kind of leaves holding the buds in place. So I'm dotting some of that green in there as well. All right. So I am going to, so this is our lavender picture. I know I had to take the email off my phone, Sue. I had to delete it off my phone, because otherwise I'm going to be checking it and I'm going to be driving them nuts with, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? Did you call this person? Did you call? I'm like, I can't do that to them. He's going to tell me to back off. He's going to regret it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm here if you need me. Hey, Linda, how are you? All right. All right, now we're going to go in and we're going to dot in some of that purple. And I've got a couple purple colors here, but this eggplant color is probably going to be a little too dark and strong. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix, I've got light lilac, and I'm actually going to mix that with a amethyst color, which you guys, amethyst is this pretty much the same exact, amethyst and acrylic paint matte is pretty much, it looks like exactly the same as eggplant and decor paint chalky. They look like pretty much the exact same color. So I've got this one open. This is matte. And to me, like, you know, unless I have a specific reason to use a particular finish of paint, what I'm going for here is color. So like, I'm not worried about mixing my paint finishes here. I'm just going to do what I need to get the color that I need. So I'm actually going to be mixing a little bit of this eggplant with some of this lilac color here, the chalky lilac. You guys, so the decor paints are much thicker than acrylics. So if they look a little bit, you know, thick, just give them a good stir. And these also work really well with water. Like if you missed water to thin them out, that is a good way to do it. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of that here. We're gonna just what I'm trying to do is just lighten up this purple. I don't want it so dark. So we'll get a nice color that we want here. So this one looks pretty good. That looks pretty good there. All right. So somewhere in the middle between that real light and real dark is what I'm going for. All right, so now I'm just going to come paint these buds in this purple. And what I may actually do is like just dot a little bit of dark in there to give it a little bit of variation. Good morning, Lisa. How are you? Thanks for being here. Nice to see you. All right, not trying to be super exact, just trying to get the semblance of lavender buds here. These are definitely going to be way distressed back as well. All right. Okay, let's see. Did I answer the email about Fine Line Crackle? I don't know. I'm not checking the Decoupage Queen emails anymore. I don't remember an email about Fine Line Crackle. So it's probably Megan or David that answered it. And trust me, you are in capable hands. Megan has been answering questions about Fine Line Crackle for Lynn for a long time. So she knows that stuff inside and out too. So, but again, yeah, I'm not checking any more DQ emails. And I'm just going to ask here very politely, you guys, you know, there's a ton of videos. I've done several about fine line crackle. You know, I have reached the end of the questions that I want to answer about fine line crackle. I mean, it doesn't mean I won't continue to use it and do demos on it. It is such an important product in our offering, but I just don't know that it's like, what can I say about that? It's like when you have an artist, and I didn't have anything to do with the creation. Sometimes I'm like, you know, everybody knows I didn't have anything to do with the creation of fine line, right? Like, it's just a product that I love using. But like, you know, artists who sing songs in their playlist and they always get asked to play the same song and they just don't want to play it anymore. That's where I'm at with fine line crackle. Like, I have said everything that I ever want to say about it. So anyway, it doesn't mean I'll never, I will definitely use it on a live, and I'll repeat myself a dozen times. But please go to my Facebook page. When I did the Pentart 101 series, I did an extremely thorough, and maybe Sue can find it for us and share it in the comments, but I did do an extremely thorough demo about it that should hopefully answer any and all questions related to it. The biggest tips I can say is no moisture of any kind. No baby wipes. I learned that the hard way. Do not use baby wipes to clean up the wax or the antique paste. And what happens if you use baby wipes or you use moisture to clean it up, that moisture will get trapped between the layers, and it will cause the fine line to break down over time, or the varnish layer to break down over time. All right, so we're just dotting on. Mary, where did you go? So you said you were on vacation. Where did you go? I hope wherever you went, it was awesome. So yeah, so I'm just giving this a little bit of variation, like sprinkling in some of the white lavender where the sun might be hitting it. I got some green in there. So it looks a little bit kind of authentic, you guys. So I'm not just painting a big strip of purple on here and hoping for the best. You know, I'm trying to be intentional about how I'm painting these sprigs, using some variation between the dark and the light with some green in between. The green is probably not in the exact right places, but that's okay. You're not going to be able to tell. By the time we antique this and then dry brush it. Oh, you went to Scotland. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. How awesome. That's definitely on my bucket list of places to go. You guys, so in July, I am going to New York City with my husband. We're going to go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. We're going to go see that Sargent exhibit. There's also a Vermeer exhibit at the Frick Gallery, so we're going to go do that. And then we're going to go catch that We're going to go catch a Broadway show. Haven't decided which one yet. Okay, I got 3 more to paint, and then we can start some of our other work here. Oh, Mary, are you sick? I hope you didn't get sick from the airplane ride. How long was that flight? I'm just curious. Was it like a overnight? I know when you go to Europe, they usually do the overnight flights to Europe, which kind of cracks me up because it's like 3 a.m. and the lights, your time, and the lights come on and they're like, good morning. They're giving you breakfast at 3 a.m. your time. All right. Okay, 2 more. This is an older Prima mold. I can't remember the name of it. And then I did find I had a Stamperia soft mold for this part right here. So I did find one of those. Okay. But I know there are several of these kinds of things out on the market. Like I think Prima, Stamperia both have, I think Prima actually has like 2 lavender molds. Okay. All right, so get that in there. Good, good, good. And I got 1 more to go here. This one. And then I'm going to paint this one just in this light purple color. Genji, are you still on? Genji, I'm sending you a box. I have a 500 milliliter cracking plaster for you. We had gotten a bunch of stuff from Pentart for our retailers retreat, and I had a bunch of samples from them left over. So I actually have an unopened one that I'm going to send you because I know you. When Megan and David placed their order, they did order some, but Pentart was out of stock on it, so it didn't come in. So I have one for you if you're still on. And it's boxed up, and it's going out to UPS today. All right. Okay. All right, and I'm just going to dot a little bit more lighter in here. I don't. No, I'm sorry. I don't have an extra brass wax. All right, and no, I'm not invoicing you. All right, so there you go. And I'm going to paint this one here. I'm just going to do this in this light lavender color. So this one was from Stamperia. It was one of their soft molds, and it's just like lavender. They have a whole sheet of molds that have like little lavender labels on them, which is kind of cool. So that's from this. We have a couple of retailers who carry Stamperia. I know I actually get most of mine from For Creative Seasons. And they've come out with silicone molds now too. So, okay, so this is where we are right now. I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to go ahead. We're going to start distressing. Let me clean up my mess. Yeah, and they're well made. The Stamperia ones they're nice quality. All right. Okay. All right. All right, now I'm going to dry, and then we're going to dial this thing back. Hey, Charlotte, how are you? Yes, you can. You can use resin in their soft plastic molds. I do not use any releasing agent in the Stamperia molds. This is a craft mat from Amazon. I think I'm going to paint the inside of this the same light purple color. Let me do that, and then I'll keep drying. I'm going to paint this inner part here. I'm going to paint this in this lilac decor paint. Just to kind of tie some of these purples together. This color, in case you're wondering, is light. It's called light lilac. Hey, Brenda, thanks for being here. I just need to make sure I'm good and dry. Hey, Shannon, thanks for being here. All right. Okay, I think we're ready. We are going to use black antiquing gel, and we are going to start. Hey, Sharon, how are you? I was thinking about you. It is nice to see you. I feel like it's been forever. Hello. All right, you guys. So I'm just going to spray this, and I'm going to use black antiquing gel. You guys, Sharon is in South Africa. She's on the other side of the world. And when I get to, when our paths cross and she's up when I'm up, etc., it's always such a nice treat to see Sharon. All right, so I'm using the black antiquing gel, and I'm spritzing. I did spritz the whole thing with water first, and we are going to do something a little scary. We're going to cover all this beautiful paintwork with black antiquing gel. And then we're going to wipe it back to distress it. So I'm using a generous amount of water here, you guys, so that it doesn't dry on me, because that would be really, you have to make sure that your underneath paint layers are really, really dry before you do this. Because otherwise you'll end up with like a gray kind of muddy mess. So I'm using plenty of water, and I'm now dabbing it off with my paper towel. And you can see that that black is settling very nicely down into my cracks where I have the cracking paste. Oh, good. Okay. I didn't know. So now you're in Australia. Okay. Amazing. And do I remember correctly? Is your daughter in Australia? Is that where, are you visiting her? All right. All right. So it gives it like a nice kind of vintage vibe. And I am using black because I am sort of going for this gray vintage, not the brown vintage, you guys. So I'm kind of going for the grade distress look versus ochre. So when you're doing this, you got to do it like a section at a time. Because you can't let it sit on there for too long. Otherwise, it'll start to dry. And then you'll end up with a black, muddy piece. I love it, love it, love it. Heading back to Japan. Wow, that's awesome. You world traveler, you. That's amazing. All right, are you seeing lots of fun things? doing good stuff, eating good food. Oh my gosh. What's the food like in Australia? That's one thing, I don't hear about too much is what the, is like you don't find any Australian restaurants. At least I haven't seen any. Other than Outback, right? Outback Steakhouse. And I wonder how representative that really is of Australian food. Right. So it's settling nicely into the cracks. Like I got a deep, see, look, this is nice. I have a deep, oh, never mind. That was a piece of paper towel left behind. I was going to show you my deep little rivet there. So, and you can keep going, like you can clean it up. I could probably clean that one up a little too much, so I'll have to add back. We'll add some back there. But all that beautiful texture is now staying behind. Probably recommend wearing gloves for this. Let's keep going over here. The food in Cape Town is definitely in the top 10 in the world. Canoe serves kangaroo. Is that Australian? Oh, Stephanie. Does Canoe serve kangaroo for real? Stephanie's from Atlanta. She's talking about a restaurant, like it's a very fine eating establishment here in Atlanta, Canoe, which is like 10 minutes from my house. I don't know. I've never seen that on the menu there. I know they have like roast quail and stuff like that. And I don't think I would eat kangaroo. That makes me sad. Banana milkshakes. Awesome. Shrimp on the Barbie. Kangaroo steaks. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. It's been a minute since I've been to Canoe. It has been a hot minute. All right. Jeff and I usually go to Steak 101 in Vinings. Stephanie, have you been there? That's our favorite. Because I am a meat and potatoes kind of girl. All right. All right. Yep. So that is coming together nicely. And then let's go ahead and do the rest, like the handle. Let's do the handle and the inside. I got a little bit more to do around here. All right. So we're going to do the handle. And we're going to do this little inside lip. Okay, gotcha. All right, so let's do the handle first. And then we're going to do this part too, make sure that's not too clean. Let's spray it in there. And then we're going to dry this guy real good. And can anybody guess what we're going to do? What we're going to do next? It's kind of my classic techniques, you guys. I sort of don't venture too far off the path. I just keep doing the same techniques over and over. Underside the label. Yep, you're right. You sure are right there. Okay, let's get that one. Up in here, we'll get that too. I think I'm just going to leave that there. So what am I going to do next, you guys? Anybody know? Can you guess? And I need to make sure it's very, very dry. Nope, I'm not going to seal it. No wax paste. Crackle, nope, it's already got crackle on it. Highlight, yes, I'm going to highlight with white. I am going to dry brush with white paint. And before I do my dry brushing, it has to be extremely dry. And what that dry brushing is going to do is just going to unify the whole look of the piece, lighten up some of that dark purple, bring out some more of the texture. Look at that gorgeous texture, you guys. You can see some of those cracks in there. Yeah, but so yep, exactly. So before I dry brush, I'm just making sure I'm extremely dry. If I pick up any wet black antiquing gel, I'm going to smear gray everywhere, which I don't want. Okay, I think I'm ready. So let me get my white paint, which I just had yesterday. Where is my white paint? Just had it yesterday. Here it is. Okay. Let's get our white paint and a little brush here. All right, you guys. All right. You guys, just a quick reminder, I said it at the beginning, but we have a few more people on now. I am live today at 3 over on the Decoupage Queen Facebook page. I was telling Sue this morning, I have no idea what I'm going to do yet. I will figure it out. I may do something else to coordinate with my little lavender theme. So it's kind of brightening things back up, letting that contrast between those dark areas and that, you know, the crevices and all that beautiful texture just really start to kind of pop, and then sort of unifying the feel of the whole piece. Making it look a little bit cleaner. And then fixing areas where I might have gone a little heavy-handed with some of the black. And then kind of toning down that really dark purple there, but leaving enough of it behind that you know it was there. So dry brushing is probably my like all-time favorite finishing technique, you guys. And I usually do it with either white or off-white. In this case, I'm using white because that was my base color. So whatever the base color is usually what I come back over the top with. So much texture on this piece. You can see it start to really pop. And it doesn't matter how badly I painted, you know, those lavender sprigs. I was not careful and I was not detailed, but doesn't matter because we're just giving the suggestion of that purple color. All right, let's come back up in here. All right. So I think we did pretty good. We are right at an hour, you guys, which is amazing. I gotta spend a little time and figure out what I'm gonna do for creative hour today. I've got a couple little candidates beside me here to think about. Okay, so let's twirl this around. What do you guys think? Is this kind of what you had in mind when we started? Is this what you were thinking we would end up with? I think for me, it's pretty much spot on. I'm going to grab, bear with me 1 minute. I'm going to grab a little ribbon here. Let's see if I can find a little purple ribbon. And I'm going to tie it around. And then I want to show you one more thing too before I let you go. All right. Let's see here. See if I have a purple ribbon or not. Do I? Oh, I do. Let's see if it's long enough. Look at this. Perfect. All right. So these are the old-fashioned ribbons from Poland, you guys. Lots of our retailers have this too. These are awesome shabby chic ribbons. And it gives it just a little something kind of extra to play with. And I'm going to cut this bottom here. So there's that. Look how pretty that is. All right, and then I got something else for it. Hold on. Hold on, kids. All right. So I got this on eBay. I got me some real lavender sprigs. I got them on eBay. I'm just going to go right in there. Yeah, 3 Eastern today on the Decoupage Queen page, you guys. All right, y'all. Oh, that smells so good. Look how beautiful. I'm so happy. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully, I'll see you later at, let me unclip this so it'll, oh, it smells so good, y'all. All right, so I'll see y'all at 3 today. Maybe we'll play around with some more lavender stuff. Who knows? I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. I'll see you at 3. All right, take care. Bye-bye, everybody.